podcast where we look at the whole picture in childcare while keeping you a step ahead. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Monique.
And our topic for today is our children's love languages. What is your kids' love languages? Something that we all need to know, find out.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to start off by giving you all 5 love languages. We'll explain them and we'll show you how to detect what your child's love language is. And we'll also put the book in the link or in the comments or whatever, because there is actually a book about it too.
It's called The 5 Love Languages of Children. I can't think of the name of the author right now, but you'll have the link in the description.
So as adults, I don't know if you guys heard of the love languages. Everybody talks about love languages and what's your love language, and your partner's speaking your love language and you speaking your partner's love language. But do you know kids have love languages? They have a way they would want you to love them, and how do they feel love? And that's why, okay, Alexa, that's why, some kids grow up and be like, oh, my parents never loved me, or I didn't feel loved by them. And the parents be like, I gave you everything. I did everything for you, but you were not speaking their love language as a child. And as from a child to an adult, your love language can change with the situations and environments and all that stuff that happens as you get older. But from a young age, they have their love languages. So Alicia will say all 5 of them.
Okay, cool. So our 5 love languages are physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and words of affirmation. Those are the 5 love languages, and they're all very, very, I see them everywhere in all of our children. So even as a provider, you have to be mindful of your children in your class love languages, because we have to provide nurturing, loving, in all types of situations that we may come across, and all types of children that we may come across. So we also have to be recognizing those love languages of the children that are in our classroom.
Yes.
Because they spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day with us. So we got to know how to love them the right way as well.
Okay, so first we will go over physical touch, and that basically is self-explanatory. A child that loves physical touch is a child that gives you hugs all the time, want to be by you. I don't know if you ever seen a child that got to touch you. If you're by them, their hands, they just love to touch.
Always touching.
Yes.
My oldest child is a physical touch. Well, he started out as a physical touch as a baby, but as he's getting older, I don't know if it's just like puberty or whatever, but he ain't really into physical touch as much as he used to be. But it's still at his core, though. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
He'll get to the point where he needs to have that physical touch. And also, it's a kid in a child in our center who I tie her to my back.
Really?
Yes, because she's very young, y'all. So but I will tie her to my back sometimes, just because she really, really, really needs that physical touch. But she also has other issues as well. But that's what we need to. For her.
Nehemiah and Tay Nehemiah was really as a baby a physical touch. Like him and Tay kind of remind me of each other, because Tay unfortunately still sleeps with me. Yes, I know it's not right, but that's what it is right now. Right. So he has to be up on me like this close. If I like push him away, he will take my arm and like hug on my arm. Like he has to have. If his leg is not on me, he will sit and mess with my hair. And even if we're downstairs sitting on the couch, he has to sit on my lap. And if I have a blanket, he'll take the blanket and cover him up. If I'm in my sweatshirt, he'll try to climb in my sweatshirt. Like he just has to touch. And it's just his nature. And Nehemiah used to be the same way. He done grew out of it too. Well, he'll come and give me a kiss randomly and stuff. So I know Nehemiah is still physical touch, but he's not as much has to be on me like Tayson has to be on me.
Right.
So with those, the kids, like say, they like to give hugs. They like to be touching on you. They want to sit by you. They got to sit on your lap. I don't know if you ever sat down in the classroom and was like, can I sit on your lap, Miss what's name? And it's because they just like touching.
Yeah.
Them kids also are the ones who like stuffed animals.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
if you ever have one that has some animals or soft things, like carrying a blanket around, they just like that feeling
Yeah.
of warmth and being close to something. So
Yeah. I know.
that's physical touch.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that there are things that in situations with children, okay, let's say physical touch, we use that, so that's the one we're talking about. Be careful about how you do things, the opposite that can hurt them the most. So if your child is a physical touch child, then physical punishment could be very, very detrimental to how they feel. So spanking, hitting, things like that, pinching, whatever, physical punishment can be one of the things that really tears them down, and you don't really want to do that. So if your child is a physical touch child, make sure that how you punish them is appropriate to how they also love.
And also, if you
or receive
notice,
love.
when I noticed with like Nehemiah, because he was physical touch, he would use that against me when he was little. Like you know, he would hit, and you know that physicalness, because to him it's like, you know, they little, I don't love you no more, and he wants to hit and stuff. Of course, we had to grow out of that,
Right.
but that's also how they show you how they don't love you, because in their head, I'm touching you, I love you. So if I don't like you right now, I don't want to touch you, and they might use the violence or whatever as a punishment themselves. So
right.
The
next one is gifts.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't go on there. There's no order.
Gifts.
Sorry. There's gifts way down there.
I just wrote them down. Anyways, gifts are the kids who randomly give you flowers, weeds, dandelions, rocks, sticks, or they draw you a picture at home, or if you're at, you know, if you're a parent, they bringing you stuff that's like kind of like really random. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? But so those are the gifts, because they're just thinking about
something nice for you. Let me give you something, an actual object. No matter what an object is.
It's because I was thinking of you. Yeah. Those are the ones who are like, it's the thought that counts. And they get so excited when you give them something.
For sure.
Make them something. It's just for them. They're like so excited. I have a little girl now, like I have a big whiteboard, and it's filled with her drawings, because she goes home and she draws me a picture every time she comes.
Every day.
And I make sure I hang it up. And I show her, like, it's hung up. Look at your little hollow. And she gets so excited because I appreciate it. And then when she was having trouble coming into the daycare, I realized that is her love language. So I started doing stuff for her, as in, okay, you know, you like to draw. I drew her a picture. She liked Candyland. So I went and bought the Candyland game, and we played the Candyland. But it's just, me giving her things helped her become comfortable with me and trusting, and now she likes coming over. So it's not necessarily like you gotta go spend money. We think we go spend money.
Right.
No, it's just little things that you're giving to them that makes them feel like, oh, you was thinking of me.
Right.
So,
yes, the small little gifts. And just be mindful that the gifts that you give, like you said, don't have to be elaborate gifts or something big over the top. It can be small things. You want to make sure that they don't become expectant of big, wonderful, elaborate gifts. Of course, you know, once in a while that's fine. You know, show your child that if that's how they love, then you want them to have those feelings once in a while. But the small things are really the things that count, and you don't want to make. You want to also make sure that everything that you do give is age appropriate. You know, developmental appropriate.
Yes.
It's always the best way to go. Because you know, you want to make sure that those types of gifts, and because that's the way they love, are fitting for that child.
And you don't want them, like to be expecting big elaborate gifts as a way of showing that somebody loves you, because they will grow older and expect that, and that's will be, we think of like gold diggers and stuff, but that's actually people who are labeled gold diggers they're 100% guaranteed that their love languages is gifts.
It's gifts,
but they just so used to the extravagance. So little stuff with kids, drawing a picture, giving it to them, coloring a picture, giving it to them. Going outside, they give you flowers, give them a flower. Like that type of stuff, they'll love and they'll appreciate it, because, like I say, their notion is it's the thought that counts. You thought of me enough to go and give me something or do something for me. And that's what they love. So, and that's what they do for you. So,
Right.
next is I guess words of affirmation.
Sure. Yeah, so words of affirmation are just what they are. Words that affirm you. But no, seriously, just being able to, these are the kids that just want to hear you say, I love you. You're amazing. You did a great job. You're wonderful. They just want to hear those things. They want to hear you tell them that you're proud of them, or you did this well. And that's simple. That's a simple task for children who do need those things. The loving words, just the when they do something really, like they draw a picture. Kids can't draw, but when you get draw pictures, like, oh my gosh, I really love this picture. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. You did a wonderful job. I appreciate it. That those things are building their esteem, their self esteem, their confidence, and making them feel loved, making them feel like, oh my gosh, she really likes me, or she really is thinking of me, or she really believes these things about me. And in turn, that helps them believe those things about themselves. And so they really, really would like to have those things. And just in the, I always try to get the flip side of the thing. The opposite of that is insults. So those words cut deep for them, just as much as as deeply as they build up, or as high as they build up, and they internalize the wonderful things. It's the same way for the negative things. So if you insult them, or you you say things that make your love feel conditioning, like, I like it, I love you when you do this, or I love you when you do that. That's the word. Children who use affirmations or need affirmations, those are the types of words that hurt them the worst. Yeah. So just make sure you are doing, when you do have to discipline your child, because like we said, it's always boundaries, always discipline.
Just be careful.
Be careful of how you use your words for children who need words of affirmation to feel love.
And kids who have this love language are the ones who literally are you proud of me? Did I do a good job?
Yes.
Do I look pretty today? Like, they're asking you to boost them up.
Yeah.
Because that's how they know, like, does Miss Marshall love me? Miss Marshall, you see what I have on? Isn't it pretty? And me saying, oh yeah, you look really pretty today. It's kind of like a ooh, like, so that's how you can be mindful, like, who those kids are in your, as a parent, or in childcare.
Right.
Next,
quality time. That's what's next. Quality time.
Quality time, basically self-explanatory, spending time. But people get this mixed up, because you would think spending time is doing something like you want to do, but really it's just being around the person. Like, sitting with me while I watch TV is quality time.
Right.
It don't matter what we watch. I just want you by me, sitting with me, or doing the dishes with me. That's quality time, because it's like, you're by me. We're spending this time together. We don't even gotta talk. I love this. You're there. I'm happy. So the kids with that always like, come sit, come play with me. Can I sit and read a book with you?
Come in my room. Can you sit in my room? Can I come in your room?
Yeah.
They don't have to be up under you. They just want to be in the room with you, or next to you, or just around.
Yeah. My daughter is quality. She used to be quality time. So I remember one day I was sitting on the couch watching whatever, and she comes in and she sits right next to me on the couch. So I'm just like, let me see something. So I moved to the other couch, and she comes right next to me on the other couch. And we did it a couple of times until she's like, Mom, why you keep? I'm like, I just want to see how long you was going to follow me. But she just wanted to be around me while I'm watching TV. And actually now she does actually do it. She'll come in my room and sit on my bed, and I'm just like, what do you want? Nothing. I just want to be here. Okay. And there's times she brings her computer and we do our homework together. Or, she'll come check on, what are you doing? Can I, so that's quality time. Like, she just wants, it don't matter. Like,
no matter what you do.
Yeah, I'm doing boring homework, but she just wants to see me do homework because she wants to spend time with me. So,
right. Yeah, definitely be careful when it comes to quality time. When you're disciplining your child again, or any situation, isolation. If your punishment is go to your room, and your child loves that is solitary confinement. That is for them. It's cruel and unusual punishment. Like you can't. I mean, I hate to say you can't, but just don't
use discretion.
Yeah, just don't. Like you can't. You can't.
Punishment is not to hurt. It's
right.
for them to learn a lesson.
Yes.
So if you're doing it and there's no lesson involved, then it's not working.
Right.
Because
now you just have a hurt child.
Yeah. And then they grow up and resent you.
Right. Yeah.
But if there's a lesson to it,
yeah.
We all have our way of discipline, but just make sure there's a lesson to what you're doing, and they know the lesson. Like you may know it, but I don't. They don't know it. So just use discretion,
and it'll help you. It'll help you within your classroom if you do have a classroom or a provider, a childcare provider. Knowing that love language, because you know what can get your child to do something. Mm-hmm. So if you know timeout is gonna be the thing that really sticks, or they help them understand what they did is wrong, then use it sparingly or discretion. You don't have to put them in complete isolation, total isolation, where nobody's around.
Yeah.
But if you make them stand and wait, you stand right here, you wait for a minute, and all of us gonna be over here. They feel that, they understand that it's not damaging because it's within the understanding of the child. Yeah. So you're not gonna.
And and to flip it, well, just to give another view on it, mm-hmm. Instead of if your child is acting out or having some issues, you can say, how mommy spends time with you and we sit and watch TV. If you don't get your act together or you're not doing the right thing, we're not going to be able to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily you doing the act, but because they like that so much, they're going to think about it and be like, I want to spend time, and then as a reward, it can be, you did your chores. Ooh, we can sit and watch, TV together, or we can go to the park together, or, gifts. Oh, you did your chores. Mommy has something for you, or daddy has something for you. So you're learning the love language can help all around in how you parenting and how you reward your child, how you discipline your child in daycares. It can help you with certain behaviors. There's a lot of times where we've had behavior kids. Mm-mm. Incorrect behavior kids. Thank you. If you go back to the other podcast, you will learn. But kids with challenging behaviors, how you can use their love language to help them. So we had one kid who liked to they like to draw. He loved to draw, and I like to draw. So when I use that, you want to act out, you're not doing the correct things, Miss Marshall can't sit and draw with you because that's a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, we can't do fun things. And after a while, it was like a special time for us to sit and draw. Mm-hmm. But that was his quality time with me, and that was a reward for him doing good. And you put a time, you did so good, we're gonna draw for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you know what I mean? And it's something for them to look forward to, and it's speaking to their love language. Yeah, your love language can really be an incentive to help you with your gentle parenting. That was on the last episode. So the next one is act of service. Acts of service. So acts of service. These kids treat you like a servant. They really do. I just posted on Facebook, like, I'm just not living my life right now. I'm just at the beck and call of my kids. Yeah. I'm a chauffeur, a cook, a maid. Yeah. I have no life. When they move out, then it's my life. They're always, can you do it for me? Mm-hmm. You know how to tie your shoestrings. Can you tie them for me, please? They want you to do it. They want you to do everything for me. Do it for me. Do it for me. Do it for me. But you be careful about that because they can lack independence. So even though you want to show them all the love in the world, you have to do that in moderation and make sure that they are creating their own independence and confidence within themselves. But again, all of these things, all of these love languages are you once you learn your child, you build that relationship with your child, whether it be in child care, it's your brother, your sister, your cousin, your nephew, your niece, your mama's other child, whatever. Once you build that relationship, you will know how to use their love language to help build
up who they are and help them become who they need to be and help build your relationship with that child.
And there's two ways you can tell, because some kids are not going to be like, oh yeah, my love language is this.
Right.
Well, most kids, so they don't know.
No.
But two ways you can tell is by how they show you they love you.
Yeah.
So with the acts of service, they're the ones who want to be your helper.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, do things for you and actually, hey, can I do this? Because they're showing you, I love you, so I want to do this for you. And so if you pay attention to that type of stuff, what are they doing to make you feel like they love you? And then also ask them, as in, how do you know I love you?
Mm-hmm.
And those are to be like, oh, you take me to my baseball games. That's spending time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me and you sit down and I don't know, you give me lots of hugs and kisses. That's physical touch. Mm-hmm. You tell me, you love me all the time. Words of affirmation. So decipher how they're telling you. How do you know mommy loves you? And then you can even say, how can I show you what mommy can do or daddy can do to let you know I love you? And they'll tell you what they feel like love is. And that's
mm-hmm.
how you do their love language. And I mean, every couple of years you should ask, because it does change.
Couple of years, I ask my kids that all the time. Because I need words of affirmation.
Oh,
so I'm like, do you know I love you, right? Mm-hmm. Well, how do you know? Because you do this and you do that. Okay. Great, thank you.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm not.
I am.
I think acts of service, because right now when my kids don't be cleaning up,
oh yeah,
and they don't do that, I be like, but y'all must be.
That's in your.
Y'all don't care about me.
And then also you got to consider that's in your child parent relationship. But what if like it's a sibling relationship? It can be different for other people. Yeah. So. Or as the other parent. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good. What do you think as an adult? Not necessarily your kids, but a general, like, what is your main
quality time?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For other adults, like if my friends don't want to hang out with me, when I want to hang out with them,
I think I'm a mixture of quality. When you just said that, it's a mixture of quality time and acts of service.
Yeah.
I am kind of gifts though, but Alicia just saying that, like, when her friends don't hang out. I be mad too, like,
right. What are you doing?
Why are you right here? Like, what?
Like, I never get to hang out, and all of a sudden now you don't want to hang out with me. Don't time I get to hang out.
But then acts of service, I guess, would be from a spouse, because I want you to do all the, like, not even clean up, like, go wash my car, go do this, like, you do that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, let's go. But
I'm trying to think as in a partner. We all way on left field. I can think on it.
But it just helps as parents to know.
It does. Yes.
So, but
figure out your love language so you can help your children.
You might have
love
the same
you better.
It's
okay for you to have an expectation from your kids as well. I'm just saying.
And it just teaches them in a age appropriate way how they should love somebody else.
And it's not always
the same as them.
They have to learn that as well.
And
it's easy to teach them younger than it is when you get older.
Yes. See how we wrap that up?
Yeah.
So, learn the kids' love language. Like I said, there is a book, and it can do a test. You can do a test in the book. There's an adult one, too, for the ones who are interested in adults. But, you can ask us. We can give you more examples. If you have questions, concerns, you can ask us also. So now we're going to jump right into our next, because it is July.
And we got a little crafty craft.
And it is a little activity. Actually, this podcast should come around the 4th of July, because, we be at the first of the month, or first Wednesday of the month.
Right.
So move our little 4th of July hats. We are going to do a short craft activity, art activity that you can do at home, or you can do in your childcare. So basically,
simple.
Yes, we try to do simple stuff so it's easier to buy. You can buy paint at your local grocery store, order online. Paint is easy to find. And you need, of course, your paper.
Why you took the plate? You gotta put the paint on.
Oh, sorry.
And tissue, you use toilet paper. It's not that serious.
We're gonna use.
This is what's available. It's close to
tissue. So we're gonna do fireworks because it's the 4th of July. So we all know fireworks can be red. So you get your red paint. This is white.
That's white.
White ain't gonna show up on the.
Well, red, white, and blue. If you get different color paper,
mix. Yeah. But it'll mix and give you some other colors.
It shall.
Your primary colors: yellow and blue. So you get your paint. You can use a paper plate, a real plate, whatever you want to use. Get your paint. Ooh,
that's a squeegee.
Sorry.
A little bit. You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Just get your paint.
See that?
And get your tissue. Oh, got you. Thank you. So you take the tissue, you ball it up. Nothing special. Ball it up. Yeah. It's supposed to look like fireworks.
Crumple.
Take
make as many little crumple.
Yeah. So take it, dip it. I'm gonna use blue. Dip it in your plate. Don't even get it soaking wet.
Dip.
Just put it on your paper. Dab. Fireworks. Add some yellow. We'll show you the results when we're done.
Yeah.
And please believe this is gonna give you at least 10-20 minutes of them enjoying dabbing some paint on some paper. And you can talk about
color mixing,
texture of the tissue. This is actually pretty. You can cut it, make it into shapes or whatever.
I'm breaking mine.
So she's doing extra stuff. I'm going to show you. And look, it just looks like pretty fireworks
in the sky.
In the sky, you can label it fireworks, or you can have the kids label it. But it's just something simple. Celebrate 4th of July with your kids.
It's the 4th of July. Take a look. It's fireworks on tissue and paper.
All that. So, thank you for joining us.
5 minute craft.
Something easy, simple. You can find all the supplies
I
at your local
store. It'll last longer than that.
It's just us. But with kids, they're
gonna do it all day long.
It's gonna be mess. You're gonna have some mess. But it's what the experience that matters in building the developmental skills that they need. So happy 4th of July.
Yeah, that.
Eat good food.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your cookout.
Be safe.
Pop some fireworks.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you can reach us at
a.wholeway@gmail.com. That's a.wholeway. I will spell out whole.
She's doing sign language.
Wholeway @gmail.com. I don't know how to do that.
That looks like the
Gmail. What's a dot? .com.
OMG, she really did sign language, guys.
No.
But yeah, find us out. Find us at the email
a.wholeway@gmail.com.
Facebook, a
whole step ahead podcast.
Instagram,
a whole step ahead podcast.
Spotify,
a whole step ahead podcast.
And that's it. And of course, we'll put it in the links.
Yep.
Be prepared to look. Get the book that the Love Languages for Kids book will be linked, and that's it.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.